Next speaker is Tom Quiche, followed by Veronica, followed by Bob Arnold.
Hello, my name's Tom Quiche. I volunteer 2 miles from here at your local animal care center. I'm here speaking in my own capacity, hoping that West Covina will enact an ordinances requiring residents to spay or neuter and microchip their dogs and cats. Here's a story. Rex, an unneutered dog, gets out of a backyard because of wanderlust. While out, he impregnates Joni, an unaltered female, and then bumps into Jake, another unaltered male, and the two get into a hormone-fueled battle. A do-gooder gets bitten on the hand trying to break up the fight before the dogs scurry off, only for Rex to get hit by a car, causing a major traffic incident, which requires the PD, EMTs, and animal control. Officers spend a plethora of hours bringing Rex to an outside vet, looking for Jake, and ACOs and the DDI unit investigate the incident. Scores of billable hours. The cost for an outside vet, plus vaccines, impound, and boarding fees, all these financial costs to the city of West Covina, all because 2 unaltered males did what unaltered males do. Afraid of getting into trouble and to avoid costs, Rex's family decides to abandon him as a stray. Jake, who knows, and Joni, her people dumped her 2 previous litters at the shelters as strays, and this time they're going to dump her too because of the toll the pregnancies had on her. Since they all came in from strays from West Covina, guess who pays? Every stray you pay. Imagine it was a teacher who got bitten in front of school children and will never be able to play the piano at church again. The car incident put 2 seniors in the ICU, and all 3 dogs were euthanized. Jake, because of the bite, Rex, after he had to have a hind leg amputated, learned how to walk again, and waited 9 weeks with no one coming for him. And poor sweet Joni, a broken down puppy machine whose only time out of her yard after the age of 8 weeks was being brought to the shelter as dumped as a stray. Transparency? In the last 2 years combined, the city of West Covina had over 1,500 animals enter the shelter system. 1,500! Compare that to the city of Azusa at 739, the city of Walnut at 166, and La Puente at 59. I don't understand the reluctance. I really don't. I mean, spay and neutering reduces the number of animals entering shelters, it saves lives, prevents wanderlust, reduces dog fights, reduces traffic incidents, physical and emotional trauma to your citizens, and lowers the cost for the people of West Covina. Every stray you pay. I'll close with this. I guarantee if any of you worked or volunteered or even spent time at an animal shelter, 100% you would enact spay and neuter and microchipping laws. 100%. I have 8 seconds. So many dogs died last week at the shelter. And on my Instagram, I post about them.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker, please.
Veronica, followed by Bob Arnold, followed by Alex.
Hello, good evening. My name is Veronica, and I'm a citizen of Baldwin Park. I'm here to talk to you guys about 2 dogs, Chip and Remiss. Chip is found in your city and brought to the shelter. A microchip is discovered and linked to a phone number and an address. An officer looks him up, and since their license and shots are all up to date, there's a chance that they're going to call the number and inform the person that if they can get there in the next hour or 2, they're going to do them a favor and wait to start the impound process. Chip could be returned at no cost to his people or West Covina. And if Chip were impounded with up-to-date info attached to a microchip, he wouldn't need shots and his stay would most likely be significantly shortened. Dog 2, Remiss. Remiss was found in West Covina without a tag or a microchip, and because officers know nothing about her, she got vaccines and a rabies shot. Doesn't matter that she didn't even need them. And the sad thing about Remiss is that her people had been looking for her and had just given up a week earlier. If no one comes for Remiss, now West Covina incurs the cost of the impoundment fee, the 4 injections, and every day that the animal stays at the shelter up to the max, and if an outside vet is needed, West Covina also pays. Every stray, you pay. And the more days, the more you pay. By adopting spay and neuter and microchipping, the people in the city of West Covina will save lives and money. The shelter doesn't want your animals. They want the animals to go home as fast as possible. Microchipping animals helps reunite lost pets with their owner faster. It helps officers determine which animals need vaccines or need rabies shots. None of this is new information. A 2009 American Veterinary Medical Association journal study showed that 22% of non-chipped dogs entering the shelter were returned to owners, compared to 52% 50% when a dog was microchipped. That's around 30 more dogs returned per 100 dogs coming in. In the study, only 2% of unchipped cats were returned to owner, compared to 40% of microchipped cats. I see the posts online of social media of West Covina missing animals and missing cats. You guys get a lot of missing cats and a lot of missing dogs. How many of those are making it back home? Even though these numbers are staggering, though, the results would have been more dramatic with more pets being returned to owners if more than 60% of the chips had been registered. Again, with less impounds, less days in the shelter system, there's a less cost to West Covina, and there's going to be more animals in happy homes and more families happy with their pets. Just an idea, you guys seem to have a lot of city events. I think it would be great to possibly invite a chipping company to maybe offer their services there, since people can bring their pets. Just seeing what you guys offer. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Okay, next speaker, please.
Bob Arnold, followed by Alex, followed by Christina Larios.
Thank you for your opportunity for me to speak tonight. My name is Bob Arnold. I, too, am a volunteer at the Baldwin Park Animal Care Center, but I'm here tonight in my own capacity. Every hour, animal control officers are in the city answering critical and priority calls, attempting to catch strays, pick up injured or dead animals, investigating complaints or incidents, and filing reports. Every required outside visit. All of this adds up quickly for the city. We're sure the constituents don't want stray animals roaming their streets. They don't want to pay for other people's stray animals. They don't want hit animals with their cars, and they don't want to pay for bite investigations. They don't want their police and EMTs dealing with dog bites and traffic accidents that could have been prevented. They don't want animals getting sick in the shelters because of the overcrowding, and they don't want chances of increased rabies, parvo, distemper, parasitic infections, and other diseases. They don't want to contribute to the animals being euthanized when they could easily be prevented. They desire increased safety for their families, their pets, and wouldn't want to encounter packs of dogs, stray dogs running the streets. For those who think that it's too expensive to microchip, spay, and neuter dogs, there are low-cost options, vouchers, and some nonprofits that will help. Plus, all animals adopted from your local county shelters are vaccinated, spayed, and neutered, and microchipped. Let's recap. The longer an officer has to spend time and the more officers required in West Covina, the more West Covina pays. The more hit by car calls, the more charges and billable hours. More dead and wounded animals on the roads, more charges. More calls to break up dog fights and catch stray dogs, more charges. The truth is, it's about the enforcement. But there are not enough officers because the number of strays and animals entering the system, they are constantly running from behind. They don't have the time to patrol, enforce laws, answer noise complaints, educate, and do outreach. Spay and neutering, microchipping will help there too. I will echo what Tom said. 1,500 animals from West Covina into the shelter system. Compared to Azusa at 739, City of Walnut at 166, and La Puente at 59. Bottom line, every stray you pay, and the more days you pay. Cracking down on backyard breeding would also help alleviate this issue. And kudos to the young lady who just left, that focusing on a petition for animal neglect. Yes, you as a council have ample opportunities to help animal welfare. We encourage you to, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. And next speaker, please.
Alex, followed by Christina Larios, followed by Trevor Jackson.
Good evening. My name is Alexandra Charlier. This is my first time speaking at a city council meeting. I'm a volunteer at an LA County Animal Care Center, but I'm here tonight in my individual capacity. I can tell you firsthand, animal shelters across Southern California are overwhelmed. We're here asking for your help. We understand that West Covina alone can't solve this crisis. It's one of 88 cities in Los Angeles, and LA County is just 1 in 10 in Southern California. Volunteers, rescues, fosters, adopters, and shelter staff show up every day knowing we can't save every animal. Still, we keep trying. We keep pushing for change because even small steps make a real difference. Imagine if every city, town, and neighborhood made just one improvement, one commitment. We've already seen what's possible. Cities like Walnut, Baldwin Park, and Azusa have used social media to feature adoptable animals and raise awareness with a simple post. Baldwin Park also promotes adoption events online and on digital signs at Morgan Park. They're improving shelter signage too, something that West Covina could easily do, especially with this beautiful new projector. Baldwin Park also promotes adoption events, and Azusa and Long Beach have brought lovable, adoptable dogs into city council meetings, putting a face to the issue in rooms like this one. Even local institutions are stepping up. This Saturday, on May 10th, Fire Station 101 at 141 East Lemon Avenue in Monrovia is hosting an $8 pancake breakfast where dogs from Baldwin Park Animal Care Center will be available for adoption. Creative, community-driven events like this make a difference. Policy change matters too. Mandating spaying, neutering, and microchipping would significantly reduce the number of animals entering shelters. Right now, we are drowning in animals. Every day, more come in than are adopted out. We're asking you as leaders of this community to help us help them. Let West Covina be a part of the solution. Thank you for your time and for considering how this city can be a voice and a lifeline for the animals who cannot speak for themselves.
Wanted to appreciate the individuals that came and spoke about us making West Covina make it a requirement to spaying and neutering and microchipping animals. I believe it was a Mother May I by one of our council members at a former meeting. So I hope you guys are happy to announce that we are working on bringing something before the council in regards to that. So thank you for coming out, but we appreciate it and we are working on it.
And regarding the canvassing, regarding I think we talk about that, and the city is moving into how to, if the county, they don't do canvassing, then we city going to do canvassing with our public safety. And then and at the same time, we have another event, I agree with you, so we can do education for people to do the chip, but this and that. I have a street dog, they all have a rabies shot, chip, and they regularly go to the vet, okay? And we want to make sure, and they're all neuter and fixed. We love like our kid. Just want to share with you, not always Covina will abandon them. They're like my kid or my grandkid, okay? We love them dearly, so just want to share with you. I think a lot of my neighbor doing the same thing too. So we shocked, it's 1,500 abandoned dog. It shouldn't happen at all, but we try to minimize as much as we can. I think canvassing, okay, door knocking, and make sure the dog with a tag, with a rabies shot and a regular checkup and the chip, I think that's important.
In regards to all the animals, I'm not sure if you're aware, we do have a dog park here in our city. I'd like to bring you on and partner for any future promotional events. I'm not sure if you're aware, we also have, during Halloween, we have this pet costume contest. I think that's a great opportunity for them to be there, to promote all these things, or possibly even do the chipping there. Of course, our residents would be interested in all those low-cost fees and anything that can be provided. So hopefully that is a partnership among everything else that Mayor Wu said, because we had addressed this a while back already, so those concerns. But you could always volunteer, help, promote, get big. We're willing to take you on and partner with that.
And also a quick word to those who provided a great education to us about the need to support our animals better and our pets. That very same night when I think it was Tom who brought the issues to our attention originally, we moved on that very same night. And I'm just grateful that we all got to do that here by asking for what's called a Mother May I, which instructs staff to provide meet the very requests that you have made here. So it's just a matter of time when staff finalize the reports to give to us for consideration for ultimate adoption by the city.